And with that, we're going to dive into the game of the week, really. If you think about it, it is going to be Indiana, Ohio State, 12 p.m. Eastern start time. The Buckeyes are the 21-point favorite at home, total 66.5. The Buckeyes failed to cover the point spread in their last game against Rutgers. They also failed to cover the number in 7 out of their last 10 head-to-head meetings with the Hoosiers. Their defense is allowing just about 180 yards a game rushing at home this season. This Buckeye secondary also has just 1 interception thus far in the season as well. Ohio State has failed to cover the point spread in their last 5 ball games hosting Indiana. So a couple trends, couple things there that may not be in the favor of Ohio State backers laying 21 points. Don't get me wrong, Ohio State looks awesome this year. But 21 points is a big number, and they're taking on a Hoosier ball club who's coming fresh off a 24-point shutout of Michigan State this past week. Indiana's 4-0 straight up to start the 2020 season, and they've also gone a perfect 4-0 against the spread in those ball games. This Indy offense is scoring 34 points a game, and they're throwing for nearly 280 yards on the road. Quarterback Michael Penix Jr. has thrown for over 1,000 yards already on the season, 9 touchdown tosses for Penix. His favorite target's been wide receiver Ty Freifogel, who has 24 grabs for 424 yards and 4 scores. Freifogel's averaging 18 yards a catch and 106 yards receiving per contest. Meanwhile, the real strength of this Hoosier ball club has been its stifling defense. They actually pitched a shutout this past week against Michigan State. Now, this Hoosier D is allowing just 10 points per contest on the road and just 127 yards passing in that same category. Defensive back Tywan Mullen has 2 interceptions from this Hoosier secondary, 21 total tackles, 2.5 sacks, and a couple of PBUs for the sophomore. Defensive back Jalen Williams also has a pair of interceptions from this secondary, 11 total tackles and 1 PBU for Williams. And of course, can't forget about Micah McFadden, who leads this team in tackles with 30 of them from that linebacker position. McFadden also has a pair of sacks on the year as well. This Hoosier defense held Michigan and Rutgers to just 21 points respectively in their past couple of meetings with those programs. Those were over the course of the past couple of weeks. And of course, out of the Hoosiers' last 10 games dating back to last season, Indy's also successfully covered the point spread in 80% of those contests. Now, total-wise, Indiana's most recent ball game with Michigan State fell nearly 30 points below the posted number for that ball game. Meanwhile, on the other side of things, 2 out of Ohio State's last 3 contests stayed under the line themselves. So with all that said and done, I'm going to go ahead and lean toward the underdog Indiana Hoosiers plus 21 and the under 66.5 in that matchup. All right, next contest. It is going to be the Michigan State Spartans squaring off against Maryland, 12 p.m. Eastern start time. The Maryland Terrapins are minus 5.5, totals 54 and a hook.